Well done. The fans were very loud at final whistle after that great comeback. How did it feel?
Yeah, it's obviously amazing feeling to win the game, get the 3 points in the end. I think first half was obviously bitterly disappointed, frustrated. The performance we put in, it was embarrassing. It's nothing that we want to be part of, and we shown our character. The attitude was right in the second half. It was all about fighting. We come out and fight, do what we can do, and we won the second half. We got the 3 points.
Yeah, about that second half, Jorginho, please tell us about the halftime talk, because it worked wonders.
Yeah. I think we're happy and we stay everybody together. And like the coach say, we have to believe. And today is what we do. So we have 3 points today. So we are happy.
Do you think it was just a matter of belief in that first half? Do you feel like the team was maybe too conscious of not exposing yourself too much?
What we say in the halftime, we say is not about tactic now, it's about fighting, and this is what we do. So we have done this, and today it's work, so happy.
Yeah, and looking confident and talking about confidence, you're having, Danny, a great start of the season, 4 goals already. In which way has it been different for you? Because it's been very positive.
Yeah, it's positive. It's one that obviously I've been getting a few more opportunities. I was really peed off in the first half. If there was an opportunity that I know I should have done much better with, but I kept going. Made sure that we stuck to the game plan, and as I said, Georgie touched upon it at half time. I think we've got to give credit to some of the senior boys in the dressing room who aren't even on the pitch, and the likes of Steely and James Milner. They pretty much told us it's the bare minimum we've got to fight, and to compete. It's the Premier League. Every single game's going to be tough, and yeah, so everyone's together in this. We know Brighton, Hove Albion, but we want to be challenging the establishment, as the manager touched upon, and yeah, we know we've got the quality to do it. We've got to be a lot more together, pick up the performances and get 3 points more often.
A nice assist from this one here, and a goal as well from you. So about the assist specifically, how did you find the space in between so many defenders?
To be honest, I only fight. I only wanted to tackle and touch the ball, and Danny was here, so I think it's because of Danny. He was in a good position. So
I've nicknamed him Velcro because his touch is so nice, and it just stuck to him, and it was a great assist, and I was there to put it away.
Well done, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant interview. Fantastic smiles from those goal scorers, those winners in the Brighton dressing room. How often did they say or talk about fight? We talk a lot here about tactics. We do. But sometimes, does it come down to how much you are prepared to fight and scrap on that football pitch?
Billion%. You can talk about the tactics, and like they said, they were embarrassed by the scoreline when they went in at half-time. And I didn't think they played that badly in the first half, to be totally honest. They had their opportunities, didn't take their opportunities, but they were disappointed with the way that they competed with Spurs in the first half.
Embarrassing, Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, and as a player, you go in there, you feel that, and that's what the manager said. It's now about fighting. It's not about the tactics. Let's go out there and put a performance in, show that we're going to compete. And that's what they did. They did that in the second half, and Spurs couldn't live with them. Spurs became complacent, couldn't live with the fight in the second half.
They've done the basics well, didn't they, in the second half? As much as in the first half, they've just come off a bit of a drubbing from Chelsea last week. They're probably a little bit nervous, especially playing they was never going to play the high line on the halfway line. They was always going to be there or thereabouts. They got caught out so many times with a deep run from Spurs in the first half. They couldn't get to grips with it. So they go out and then it's all about getting the early goal. If you can get the early goal, the game's changed. They got that, then they just built character, built momentum, took it to Spurs, and then Spurs in the end just capitulated.
No, not only that. I think the third goal showed what was Brighton about today, about the fighting and the desire. Because as we watched the goal, it was a scrappy first touch, and he was just fighting with 3 people around him. And then it was about, I want it more than you guys. That's why he crossed the ball to Danny, he scored. Bad for us, though. Right?
Yeah, really bad.
But what was so good, Dimitar, about Tottenham in the first half that was so bad in the second?
First half, there was a belief, there was improvisation, there was a risky passes forward, going forward, people running in behind, playing each other, getting for the ball, asking the ball, not be afraid to pass the ball between the defenders, and confidence in the final third, second half, none of that.
Do you know the fight that he's talking about that they had in the second half? Spurs had it in the first half, didn't let up. Every time Brighton got on the ball, there were 2-3 Spurs players around, putting them under pressure, knowing they wanted to play out from the back. They just flipped it.
I wouldn't even say it was fight, just sort of like in terms of out of possession. It was more in possession. Yeah. They were so aggressive with their play. They was on the front foot, thinking forward, scanning where they're going to play next. As soon as it come down, there was runners off the ball. It flowed. It was free flowing. They just never got to grips with it in the second half. Like that, now get in the box, runners in the box, communicate inside. There's always options. It would be a mistake from Verbruggen, but the comparison from first half to second half was miles apart.
What they had in the first half was, even though they tried to play out from the back, every time Brighton closed them down, they had that out ball in Solanke. Never used it once in the second half. It was never see the ball come out from the back and go into Solanke. He hold it up and bring other people into the game. Hardly touched the ball in the second half.
Well, he made 9 passes, Solanke, in the second half, and 4 of those were from kickoffs.
There you go. He hardly touched the ball in the second half. Not through any fault of his own. I thought in the first half, used him well. They went over the press at times when Brighton were closing them down, straight into Solanke, and the second goal, the first goal, comes off him coming into spaces. Didn't use him at all in the second half.
Does that show, Les, that within that Spurs team, obviously in-game moments, games change, so you need someone or a group of players to go, listen, what's going on now? It's not working. Let's beat the press. Let's start going on. Get it into Solanke. Hold the ball up, then we'll start getting up the pitch.
Yeah, sometimes I think as a manager, you're trying to understand. He probably has not said to them, change anything that you're doing, carry on doing the same thing. And for whatever reason, they decided not to use that out ball. Let's keep it, let's play it, we're 2-0 up, we're coasting there. The goal goes in and then all panic sets in.
Was it too easy for them, do you think?
In the second half.
It could have been 3 or 4 in the first half.
In the first, for sure. But is it possible that Spurs was telling themselves half-time, we won the game?